What's good, Commanders fans? Just want to talk about the cornerback position and attacking the cornerback position through free agency. Of course, we're going to get to draft stuff and whatnot, but free agency is first. So each position that I feel like we have a need for, I'm just going to talk about a couple guys that the Commanders may take a look at, or guys that potentially they should take a look at in free agency. I probably will do the tight end position next. I already did wide receivers. I already did edge rushers. We need another wide receiver. We clearly need an edge rusher. If we miss out on trading for Myles Garrett, then we got to attack it through free agency or the draft. Same thing with cornerback. We're gonna revamp this room. Mike Davis is not coming back. Ben St. Juste is not coming back. Noah I is questionable. We're coming back too. I would like him to come back, but he can't start. I think we have to upgrade with the starter. Along opposite side of Marshawn, and then Mikey will probably go back inside. So you're gonna have to spend some money on corner. It is what it is. We got the money to spend. We got the cap space, and there's a couple guys. Not this cornerback free agency class is not great. I do have to do some more research on the draft class at corner, but there are some guys that definitely can come in and help. I mean, first on the list is Charvarius Ward. This year was up and down for him. His daughter passed away, so it was just an emotional toll on him. Clearly, so you kind of skip this year for him, and you look at the 2023 season, and then as a whole, as a team, they just didn't have a good year either. So you just got to take a look at that. You got to look at the context for Charvarius Mooney Ward with what happened last season for him and his family. He also said that San Fran definitely is tough for him, the city, and just reminding him of his family for sure. So, I think there's a good possibility that he does move on. And clearly he has a connection with Adam Peters in San Fran. You look at the 2023 season, played in 17 games, had 5 picks, 23 pass deflections. That is insane. He had an insane season in 2023. You just look at some of the numbers and some of the statistics that he led. He was first in pass breakups in 2023. Pro Football Reference says that he had 23, but this PFF says 17 pass breakups. First in forced incompletions with 19. Second in interceptions with 5. Third in PFF coverage with 86.5. He played really well against A.J. Brown in that 2023 game too, so I would love that matchup for him to come and play with that physicality and the toughness. Mono and mono, I probably have Charvarius versus A.J. rather than Marshawn at this point. And he was also 5th in passer rating when targeted in 2023 with 63.7. So you look at the 2023 Charvarius, and if we can get the 2023, if we sign him and we get the 2023 Charvarius Ward, then we got a lockdown corner. And that would make this team so much better, man. Imagine getting Myles Garrett and signing Charvarius Ward at corner, and Charvarius plays like he did in 2023. 64.5 quarterback rating allowed, like I talked about. 82.4 quarterback rating allowed in 2022, which is solid. 56.8 completion percentage allowed in 2022, which is pretty solid as well. But this past season, like I said, 116.6 passer rating allowed, which was not good. 61.5 completion percentage allowed, which is not bad. But, this was probably the worst year of his career, and you could just, you could definitely understand mentally what he was going through. So basically my point is Charvarius Ward, 2023 Charvarius Ward, that's somebody that, Adam Peters should have on his list for sure at the number one target. So previously he was getting paid, so his projected market value is $15.3 million per year, which is, pretty reasonable. Kendall Fuller got $15 million per year in a contract, 1 year. Jalen Ramsey, I'm sorry, not 15 mil. Jalen Ramsey got $24 million per year. James Bradbury got $12 million per year with the Eagles contracts. You look at some of those contracts like that. I remember William Jackson, we signed him with the previous regime to like 13 mil per year. So 15 mil per year for Charvarius. I would bring it down to like 13, because of the last season. I'm not going to ding him for that clearly, but just off of that, so he has to prove to me that he can get back to that 2023 Charvarius Ward. That's just my point there. So, but I think him and Adam Peters can definitely work out a deal. 29 years old, going to turn 30 pretty soon. So he's still relatively young, 7 years in the league, played with the Chiefs for a couple of years too. So that 2023 Charvarius Ward is what we need. So next on the list is DJ Reed. We know some of the subtweets that he put out with the eye emoji. I think he put like a crying emoji out during the trade deadline. And he tweeted like right when Marshawn Lattimore got traded too, which was pretty odd. And then I think he said he told somebody not to come to the Jets in Instagram DMs or something like that, or he tweeted that out. I may be mistaken, but DJ Reed is definitely on the list. 28 years old, played with the Seahawks. 7-year career, has definitely carved out a really good career for himself. He had some really good games where he was locked down. He allowed 2 receptions or less 8 times in 14 games. In 2024, he's ranked 25th among corners per PFF. 2023 ranked 17th, ranked 20th. He played 43% in man coverage, so he is a tough man cover corner. Played alongside Sauce Gardner, so when teams, he was the second corner, so teams stayed away from Sauce. And they were targeting DJ Reed consistently. He did a good job. He did a good job against Justin Jefferson last year in London. He played well against Justin Jefferson a couple years ago when he played against the Vikings. So he's showing up in big games against big wide receivers. The only thing is that the penalties. He had 11 penalties last year, which is a concern. We saw that happen with Marshawn. He can be a little grabby here and there. He is a little undersized, but there's heart over height with DJ Reed. So that's why I like DJ Reed a lot. I wouldn't mind signing him. I think he fits the culture with just the toughness and the physicality that he plays with. He had a 51.28% lockdown percentage per PFF. So, I mean, I think he would be a solid signing for sure. Somebody to take a look at. You look at his spy rag market value as well. Where is it at? He is 14.7. So, like I said, around $13 to $15 million per year is kind of the range for these top corners for the most part. But I think DJ Reed next to Marshawn Lattimore, 28 years old, I think he would be clearly an upgrade. Anybody would be an upgrade over the guys that we got. But I think DJ Reed is a guy that has the foot speed and it can flip his hips and follow guys for sure. Or just, if you want to stick Marshawn on one side and DJ Reed on the other. I think that would be a good tandem next year, going up against the Eagles, going up against CeeDee Lamb, or going up against Malik Neighbors, just the guys in our division and then the tough schedule that we have. I think DJ Reed would do a really, really good job for sure. So really those are and then Carlton Davis from the Detroit Lions, those are the top guys. Really 5 guys that I'm really looking at. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's definitely make an effort to sign him. Carlton Davis, he broke his jaw, 28 years old, played with the Lions. But there was a stretch where Carlton Davis was playing really, really well this season, man. He had 2 picks against the Texans, so he was taking the ball away. But then he broke his jaw and he got hurt. Weeks 9 through 15, he had an 84.3 PFF coverage grade, which was first among all corners. He was the top-rated corner with an overall defensive grade of 83.1. His coverage grade of 86.4 is also number 1 at 24. They also allowed a pass rating of 56.3 over that stretch since week 9 to December 10th, 2024. So, he had a stretch from, weeks 9 to 15 where he was a lockdown corner. He really was. He had 2 picks. He played with Tampa Bay. He had an up and down career with Tampa Bay, but he was usually their number 1 corner. It was like him and Jamil Dean. Those defenses are known for giving up a lot of yards, but, he was the number 1 guy because, Todd Bowles likes to blitz a lot. So he leaves his corners out there one-on-one, man-to-man. So he did a good job with that. Tampa, he gave up 77.0 quarterback rating this past season with the Lions, which is really good. He might have had his best year with the Lions. This was legit his best season. He had 13 games, 2 picks, 55.3 completion percentage allowed, and only a 77.0 quarterback rating allowed, which is really, really good. And then 2023 he had a down year with Tampa. He got traded to the Lions. 96.1 quarterback rating allowed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is not good. But he had 2 picks, 82.8 quarterback rating allowed in 2022, which is pretty solid. So he's been solid throughout his career, man. I like Carlton Davis, 6'1", 206 pounds. He has the size and the length. 2nd-round pick back in 2018. 28 years old, still in the prime of his career. He's probably in the same range, about 10 to 13, $15 million per year, which we have the money to do it. So I don't think we should be cheap at the cornerback position because this is a position of need for sure. And still draft a corner. What they should do is draft a corner and sign a corner. Probably sign 2 and then draft 1. Maybe in the top 3 to 4 rounds, they should draft a corner because we need one. Carlton Davis got to look at Charvarius Ward, DJ Reed. This is really rapid fire after these top 5 guys. Byron Murphy. The only reason why I really like Byron Murphy, I played with playing that Vikings defense where they have a crazy blitz scheme too. Byron Murphy forced turnovers. That's one thing that Byron Murphy does, man. He forces turnovers, and that's something we don't do. Ball is life. He takes the football away. 6 picks in 2024, 3 picks in 2023, 4 interceptions in 2021 with the Cardinals. So Byron Murphy is a guy on the radar for me too. 5'11", 190 pounds, 27 years old. He actually had 6 picks in 2024. I don't know if that interception was in the playoffs. No, yeah, he had 6 interceptions in 2024. I think he might have led the league in interceptions or tied for the league in interceptions. We need that. We need that for sure. We need that ball production. 76.6 quarterback rating allowed. 65.5 completion percentage allowed. So he had a darn good season, man. He was a Pro Bowler last year too. So I think he's a guy that we definitely should consider. Let me look at his market value as well. Where is Byron Murphy at? His market value is $22 million, which is pretty insane. That's way out of our price range per spot rack. Former second round pick, but he's somebody to think about for sure. All right, rapid fire. Kendall Fuller is a free agent now. I talked about him earlier. Russell Douglas is the guy that I like out of the Buffalo Bills. Played with the Eagles. He's bounced around. Played with the Packers. He takes the ball away. Ball is life. Russell Douglas, somebody to think about. 30 years old. How many picks did he get? He didn't get a lot of interceptions with the Buffalo Bills, but in his previous seasons, wherever he goes, he gets interceptions. He gets ball production. I know you don't want to judge a corner off of interceptions and whatnot, but he takes the ball away. 4 picks with Buffalo in 2023. Actually had 5 interceptions in 2023, 4 picks in 2022, 5 picks in 2021, 2 pick sixes in 2021, a pick 6 in 2023, no interceptions in 2024. So for whatever reason with the Buffalo Bills, he didn't have any interceptions. He had a 72.9 completion percentage allowed and 122 quarterback rating allowed with the Buffalo Bills in 2024. So he had a down year in 2024. Look at some other guys. Jeff Okudah, who's basically been a bust in his career, former first-round pick, played with the Texans, take a flyer on him, pass on him. Stephon Gilmore, you guys know I like Stephon Gilmore, 13 years in the league. Played with the Cowboys before, but they passed on him last year, so they probably will not take a chance on him again. But I wouldn't mind Stephon Gilmore. I thought he played well against A.J. Brown in 2023 as well with the Cowboys, so I like Stephon Gilmore. Mike Hilton, slot corner. We already have Mikey, but Mike Hilton's a dog, man. He stops the run. He plays coverage well. He's so physical. He's been so good for years and years and years and years. 30 years old. I think he had like the best run defense grade among corners in the league. Yeah, he had a 91.7 run defense grade, so he would help us stop the run for sure. We struggle with stopping the run. All hands on deck with stopping the run next year for sure. 75.9 PFF grade. But Mike Hilton, I would pass on him only because we already have Mikey. Dante Jackson from Pittsburgh played with the Panthers as well, I believe. Has been pretty inconsistent in his career, so I'm passing on him. Tre'Davious White played with the Ravens, got traded from the Bills to the Ravens, pass on him as well. Jonathan Jones is somebody to consider. He had a down year last year, but I wouldn't really pick him up. He played with the Patriots. He was on the trade block. A lot of people were interested in getting him. He had 4 picks in 2022. Hasn't really had much ball production in the last 2 seasons. And then quarterback rating allowed was pretty bad with like 100 or something. Yeah, he gave like 138.1 quarterback rating allowed in 2024, which was pretty darn bad. They had a bad season overall, but I would not take a chance on Jonathan Jones. Byron Murphy, Jeff Okudah, Kendall Fuller, Russell Douglas, Stephon Gilmore, Dante Jackson, I'll pass. Fabian Moreau is a free agent. I'll pass on him. Jordan Lewis from the Cowboys, maybe take a flyer on him, a 1-year deal. If they don't resign Noah I can see Dan Quinn taking a chance on him, a former Cowboy. Asante Samuel Jr., undersized, but he's a solid corner from the Chargers. Adoree Jackson from the Giants, we've seen him for many years. He's been up and down. I would pass on him, maybe a 1-year flyer. And then after that, that's really it for the most part. Jalen Mills with the Jets, played with the Eagles before, played with the Patriots, pass on him. Who else is there? Fabian Moreau is available, pass on him too. Eli Apple is still in the league, pass on him. So that's really it for the corners. For the most part, it's really Charvarius Ward, Carlton Davis, DJ Reed. Those are the top 3 guys for me, and Byron Murphy, the top 4 guys. After that, it's kind of like, yeah, you're going to get some relatively solid cheap deals, in my opinion, for sure. So we'll see what they do. But I think I would bet money they bring in Charvarius Ward, or he's going to be top 3 on the list for sure. He's going to have a meeting with Adam Peters. Like, they're going to sit down like day 1 or 2 of free agency. They're going to be like, the Commanders are interested in Charvarius Ward. They've had talks. They had discussions. Like, I think that's going to happen day 1 of free agency, like the tampering period or whatever it's called, whether you have a chance to talk to people. I think that's going to be like one of the first news to come out across the league, is that the Commanders are in talks with Charvarius Ward. So, all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. What corner do you guys think? Should we take a look at the free agency, or should we just attack it through the draft? You guys let me know what you guys think. As always, Hell's Commanders. Peace.